Good morning, Kale Vanakkam. Today the topic chosen is about the SARFAESI Act, the Securitization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act of the year 2002. It took nearly 1 decade for advocates to fully understand the implication of this act upon the borrowers versus the banks and financial institutions on the other hand. The banks and financial institutions and on one side and the borrower on the other side are in a contract for the purpose of granting loan and getting back the interest. This act gave tooth to the banks and financial institutions to recover back the money they have lent or borrowed to the borrowers public and also the companies. In this act, the first point to be noted is that the banks need not approach any court to get the enforcement of the lent amount or the security interest. They can on their own issue notice to the borrower, calling the borrower to repay the amount within a specified time. The borrower also cannot go to court against the banks in these cases where SARFAESI applies. The borrower has to reply the bank his grievances. The Supreme Court in a case described the bank's liability and their duty to be fair while dealing with the borrowers in the process of recovering the loans. But all said is on paper, and always the banks, financial institutions are having upper hand against the borrowers in recovery process. The reply given by the borrowers to the banks need not be accepted, and the next stage goes the auction. The auction is carried on. Only one way to come out of this trouble for the borrower is to repay the demanded money with interest and also with draconian penalties. And therefore the public should, the individual people should think more than twice before getting any loan for personal purpose or for building purpose or for business purpose or for agriculture purpose or for establishing any company. They should borrow only to the limit they are capable of repaying it during the term of the loan. They should not calculate that they can earn money and repay it month by month for the complete term of the loan. So it is always better to have the amount of the loan in hand in cash before going for loan. Otherwise the law is very harsh, one-sided in favor of the banks and financial institutions, and people will in the end stand losing their property for having the borrowed and for their failure to repay the loans. Thank you.